There is nothing but murder and lust on the menu tonight. But don't worry if the husband disappears, it's just a tragic accident. Especially when you're getting under the skirts right next to his mother. Welcome to the trap where the only way out is to become the bear. Money drops, dad runs, and childhood trauma is officially fully funded. Auntie makes it clear, barefoot freedom is not an option here. Rule number 1, shut your mouth and keep your head down. Spoiler alert, daddy went for cigarettes and is never coming back. God took the fun and gave her a sickly cousin to babysit. She tries a daring jailbreak, but the guilt leash is too tight. Official notice arrives, dad drowned, so now she's totally owned. Now she's legally stuck with the sick boy and the tyrant. Auntie is already plotting a future that smells like mothballs. Stick with any NXT, because this family drama is about to get spicy. NXT claims he's fine, but a stiff breeze would snap him. The man-child decides it's time to drag the circus to Paris. They arrive in the City of Lights, which looks more like grime. Camille lands a soul-crushing desk job to feel like a big boy. Mommy Raquin panics because her baby is leaving the nest. He hates his one-eyed doctor, which is actually a valid point. He demands control, which is laughable given his lung capacity. Auntie buys a dark, creepy shop to bury Therese alive in. She manipulates him into thinking he's the king, not the pawn. And the horror hits, she's marrying her cousin. Auntie reminds her she's illegitimate trash, so she should be grateful. He's excited for a nurse with benefits, she's ready to vomit. The wedding ceremony feels less like a party and more like a sentencing. Welcome to the new home, a dark alley dungeon. Even the real estate screams clinical depression, but they move in anyway. Therese hates it, but her opinion ranks lower than the wallpaper. She's expected to be the sunshine in this damp tomb. And he thinks a few doilies will fix the crushing misery. Just like you can't fix a bad day without any NXT. He shows off the upstairs prison cells with pride. Camille asks what she does while he's pushing papers. He admits he skips work to stare at caged animals. His feet have a mind of their own, apparently. Watching bears is the only time he feels something. Too tired to read or just too boring to function. He thinks he's a bear, but he's definitely the prey. He calls her little Therese like a pet. Gross. Auntie offers dried fruit to solve their marital dead end. Finally, a guest arrives to break the suffocating silence. It's the childhood friend, looking like a snack compared to Camille. Laurent the dairy boy is all grown up and burly. Auntie gets nostalgic while Therese gets ideas. He's hungry and I don't think he wants the soup. They invite the wolf right into the sheep pen. A perfect addition to the boredom or a perfect disaster. Lights out, but the sparks are just starting to fly. Welcome to Domino Night, the most thrilling event of the week. Laurent charms the room while sizing up the merchandise. Open a window, the tension is thicker than the gas fumes. The inspector talks dead bodies, setting a lovely romantic mood. Therese flees the boredom, Laurent tracks her with his eyes. Old cop stories, the ultimate buzzkill for any NXT fans. He claims he's brave, but he's mostly just loud. Laurent admits he hangs out at morgues for art. He used to paint, which sounds bohemian and sexy. He wasn't good, but he loved the chaotic lifestyle. Sketching corpses at the morgue, very romantic stuff. He quit because daddy cut off the allowance money. Dad walked in on a naked model and lost his mind. Then fell down 3 flights of stairs. Comedy gold. Laurent is broke but refuses to starve for his craft. Therese fakes a headache to escape the dull conversation. She says he smells like an animal. She means delicious. Camille tries to imagine naked ladies, but his brain breaks. Auntie is scandalized by the mere mention of nudity. Therese admits her hand would shake. Laurent watches closely. Don't let your hand shake when you hit that subscribe button. Laurent drops the body language line, smooth operator. He starts telling a steamy story about a redhead model. He describes the model, but he's staring right at Therese. Mold her like a sculptor, the temperature just spiked. Moving knees apart, subtlety has officially left the building. Touching the inner thigh with a brush. Camel's hair on soft skin. Camille is clueless, Therese is melting. Her body asked for more, just like you ask for more recaps. Laurent offers to paint Camille to get unlimited house access. Auntie worries she'll die before the masterpiece is finished. Camille poses like a stiff board while Laurent works. He starts painting Therese into the picture and his bed. Auntie nags, unknowingly pushing them right together. She summons Laurent upstairs. The game is officially on. The painting looks like a corpse fitting for Camille. She asks if he captured the soul, he just wants the body. He admits it looks like mange, humble brag. Auntie runs for champagne to celebrate the terrible art. Hurry up, Mom, we have about 2 minutes of alone time. The affair explodes violently in the attic instantly. It's rough, fast, and exactly what she's been starving for. Auntie returns, clueless that her house is now a sin den. They map out the pleasure zones right under the husband's nose. Found the spot, finally someone knows what they're doing. Don't be late, they are addicted to the adrenaline. The double life is exhausting, but keeping her alive. Laurent plays the loyal employee while plotting in the shadows. Camille jumps out, scaring the guilt-ridden lovers. He's running errands, leaving the wife wide open. See you tonight for some any NXT level drama. They get bold, using the marital bed during business hours. Therese unloads a lifetime of trauma to her lover. She was brainwashed into thinking she needed them. She feels erased, but he makes her feel real. The inspector interrupts the brooding session. Murder and lust, the domino group predicts the plot. Hacked to pieces and baked in a pie. foreshadowing much. Nobody suspects the quiet girl in the corner. Laurent is getting desperate, sneaking around isn't enough. Migraines become the universal code for I hate my husband. They taught her to lie, now she's a pro. Auntie hears noises upstairs. Just the cat, they say. He thinks she's damaged goods, he disagrees. He claims he saved her just in time. She describes drowning, which gives them a terrible idea. Camille catches her staring at the river. If only he knew. He wants a hug and she wants to vomit. She admits she hated him way before the marriage. He never even noticed her misery. His fear of abandonment is pathetic and suffocating. He promises to never leave, worst promise ever. Back to the bear cage where traps are set. Camille tells a story about a bear going mad. Even Laurent sees the marriage as a total sham. Just love her, terrible advice from the other man. She dreams of sleeping in Laurent's arms for real. The desire to touch him is overwhelming. Getting risky under the skirts while mom is right there. The danger is the only dopamine hit she has left. Auntie definitely heard something that wasn't a cat. Tries to massage the guilt away. It fails. Doctor, no, we need a mortician. The pain isn't physical, it's existential. Camille drops a bomb, moving back to the boring country. Leaving the shop means losing Laurent. Panic mode. Camille tries to be the alpha male. It's cute. Clean air won't fix a dead marriage, buddy. She fights to stay in Paris, mostly for the affair. He sentences her to a lifetime of boredom. Bedtime demands are the final straw. She paces the house, mind racing toward murder. Neighbor alert, keep the mask on tight. She tells Laurent she'd rather die than leave him. Sometimes husbands just go away. It's dangerous, but so is staying. Accidents happen every day in the world of any NXT. Sometimes people just don't come back. She agrees, the death warrant is signed. They head to the river. Water is the weapon. Summer is ending, and so is Camille's life. He hears the water, it's the sound of his doom. Laurent suggests renting a boat. The trap snaps shut. Camille is tired. Don't worry, he'll sleep forever soon. The accusation finally drops like a bomb. You killed him. One drop of poison is all it takes to exit this nightmare. He screamed for help, but they just watched him sink. Do you miss the dead husband or just your sanity? Marriage apparently comes with a portable pillow, which is just rude. He can't keep his hands to himself, even in public. They spot the third wheel arriving to ruin the vibes. Laurent is napping on the dirt like a vagrant. They walked miles just to look suspicious and get blisters. They came here to kill, not to hike Laurent. The accomplice tries to bail, but destiny locks the door. Why can't the murderers just get along for 5 minutes? Previous boat trips involved incompetence, foreshadowing the drowning. She guilt trips him into the fatal boat ride. A romantic stroll straight to the scene of the crime. If God wanted us to swim, he'd give us fins. God definitely intended for you to binge any NXT. As the sun sets, the darkness creeps into their souls. He orders her into the vessel of doom immediately. The fake panic begins as the husband goes overboard, dragging the survivor out of the water to sell the lie. The perfect alibi, he danced himself to death. Gravity did the work, or so they claim to the police. His last words were saving her. The irony burns. Paperwork is the only thing standing between them and freedom. The police comfort the murderer, thinking he's a hero. Time to break the mother's heart and seal the deal. The screams of a mother losing her son are deafening. She needs the woman who killed her son to comfort her. She demands her son, but he's fish food now. Denial hits hard, but the plot armor is harder. The grief is loud, but the relief is silent. Therese apologizes, but not for the reason they think. She's not sorry, she's ready for round 2. You'll want to watch this twist again on any NXT. The ghost starts playing movies in her head. She wonders why reality can't just be a bad dream. Madame forgets he's dead, dementia or denial. Come inside where the guilt is warmer. Accusations fly, but Therese plays dumb perfectly. You were supposed to protect him, not drown him. She claims she tried, but we know the truth. He should be here, but he's soaking wet downstairs. Madame forgives the murderer, which is incredibly awkward. Grief destroyed her mind, making her easy prey. Is the old lady asleep or just plotting revenge? The friends miss the free food and Domino's. Hearing voices, the guilt is getting loud. She asks how long it takes to drown in the murk. The guests are tired of the morbid conversation. Please come back, silence is terrifying in this house. How should she picture her dead, bloated son? The guests flee the awkward vibes immediately. Sorry if my tragedy ruins your evening tea. Don't let boredom ruin your evening. Watch any NXT. Laurent plays the saint while holding the knife. Lock the door so the ghosts can't get in. Desperation kicks in the moment they are alone. He hates the clinginess now that the deed is done. Why did we kill him? Oh right, codependency. Leaving now means a date with the executioner. He's in it for the money, she's in it for love. Joke S on him, the dead husband was broke. T is the solution to accidental homicide. Paranoid noises start scratching at their brains. Checking locks won't keep the hallucinations out. The house is secure, but their minds are cracking. Friends offer help, but they just want to snoop. The neighbors notice Therese looks like a zombie. She's sick of the empty bed, apparently. Does anyone remember the dead guy? Nope. Society says move on, replace him instantly. The old man is certain she needs a new husband. The suggestion of marriage terrifies the guilty. He asks for validation, she gives him fear. She only misses him when the ghosts come out. Fear missing out, subscribe to any NXT. He can smell the other woman on him. Gross. He whispers her name to a side piece. The family pushes for the wedding of the century. I dropped the last one, promise I won't drop you. Changing the will because Therese is speedy. Weird. Let's pop champagne on Camille's grave. The bridal suite is ready, complete with guilt. Why whisper if the portrait isn't listening? That red scar on his neck is throbbing. Dreamed of waking up together, now it's a nightmare. Be careful what you wish for kids. He forces her to say the dead husband's name. She says it and the mood dies instantly. He's dead, but he's definitely in the room. Now he wants a play-by-play of the murder. He starts tickling her with death details. He drowned him like a toddler in a tub. He didn't fight back, that's almost insulting. Stop lying, he screamed his head off. The screams echo in the bedroom forever. Those screams are louder than your any NXT notifications. The murder was the real wedding ceremony. Napping to avoid the terrifying reality. Eating chicken while the mother rots in the chair. Madame drifts into the past to escape the present. She turns away from the monsters feeding her, remembering people she loved before this hell. Flashback to happier screams, ironically. She snaps back to reality and sees the killer. Doctor says she might move, which is bad news. If she talks, you two are heading to jail. Doctor leaves them alone with their victim. Just the murderers and the silent witness. Carry the evidence downstairs, please. They need her hand to sign the checks. Criticizing her eating habits while stealing her money. She doesn't recognize these monsters anymore. Snapping at her to stop the annoying noise. The clock ticking is louder than his conscience. She's not speaking, but he hears voices anyway. Replaying the murder scene like a broken record. Reenacting the crime in the living room. Finally, he says it out loud. You killed him. You begged me to kill him, don't play innocent. The drama is waking up, just like any NXT fans. Where do you think you're going? You're trapped. He commands her like a dog, romance is dead. Gambling with the guests while Madame suffers. The paralyzed woman is trying to communicate. They treat her desperate struggle like a parlor game. She spells out the and the tension spikes. Guess random Bible quotes, they are clueless. Spells their names, the killers freeze. They are what murderers, lovers. She tries to finish the sentence that hangs them. They think she's crying from joy. Idiots. We are grateful you can't speak, old lady. The guests call this hellhole a happy home. The guilt migraines are back with a vengeance. Going to lie down to escape the staring eyes. Forgot the buttons or the poison. Who sold who into this miserable marriage? Guests try to leave, they beg them to stay. Please stay, we can't be alone together. Come on, watch the freak show. Just wait 1 second for the big finale. Poison quick as lightning, the exit strategy. Come get your wife, she's losing it. Forgive me for watching too much any NXT. Never. She thinks the blink means forgiveness. It doesn't. Knock at the door triggers full panic mode. You go check if it's the cops. Therese answers the door trembling. It's just Olivier, the boring friend. False alarm. He wants to restart the boring game nights. Take your hat and get out, Olivier. The shop is empty. The tragedy is complete. One last question before the curtain falls. Was it real? Finally admitting murder is a team sport. We killed him. A toast to the end with a very special vintage. One last touch before the lights go out forever. The neighbors finally find the mess they left behind.